The marijuana debate, a brain teaser. Is marijuana a friend or foe to our brains? This question has sparked heated debates. As a neurosurgeon and medical reporter, I've explored this topic extensively. The answer isn't simple. It's complex and nuanced. We need to look at both sides of the argument. Marijuana affects the brain in various ways. Some effects are positive, others are negative. The impact can differ from person to person. It can also depend on how much and how often someone uses it. Our goal is to provide a balanced, scientific view of this controversial topic. Let's begin our journey into the complex world of marijuana and the brain. Cannabis in society, prevalence and policy. Marijuana use is widespread in many parts of the world. In the United States, it's the most commonly used federally illegal drug. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, over 48 million Americans used it in 2019. That's about 18% of the population. The legal landscape for marijuana is changing rapidly. Many states have legalized it for medical use. Some have even legalized it for recreational use. This shift in policy has made marijuana more accessible. It's also changed public perception of the drug. More people now view it as safe and beneficial. But is this perception accurate? That's what we need to explore. As we move forward, science must guide our approach to marijuana use and regulation. The endocannabinoid system, marijuana's playground. To understand how marijuana affects the brain, we need to know about the endocannabinoid system, or ECS. This system is crucial. It plays a role in many bodily functions. These include mood, memory, appetite, and pain sensation. The ECS helps maintain balance in our bodies. It's like an internal regulator. The ECS consists of three main components: endocannabinoids, receptors, and enzymes. When we use marijuana, its compounds interact with this system. They mimic our natural endocannabinoids. Understanding the ECS helps us grasp why marijuana affects us the way it does. It's the system through which many of marijuana's effects are mediated. THC and CBD, the dynamic duo. Two main compounds in marijuana are responsible for most of its effects. These are THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol, and CBD, or cannabidiol. They're both cannabinoids, but they interact with our bodies in different ways. THC is the primary psychoactive compound in marijuana. It's what makes people feel high. THC binds to cannabinoid receptors in the brain. This binding affects things like mood, memory, and perception. It can cause euphoria and relaxation, but it can also lead to anxiety or paranoia in some people. CBD, on the other hand, doesn't cause a high. It's non-psychoactive and may help with anxiety, pain, and inflammation. The ratio of THC to CBD in a marijuana strain can greatly influence its effects. This is why it's important to know the composition of any marijuana product you might use. Section 5. Cognitive consequences, memory, and coordination. One of the most well-known effects of marijuana is its impact on memory. Short-term memory loss is common among users. This effect is usually temporary. However, heavy long-term use might lead to more persistent memory issues. Marijuana can also impair coordination and reaction time. This is why it's dangerous to drive while under the influence. THC affects the cerebellum and basal ganglia. These brain areas are involved in balance, posture, and coordination. The effects can be subtle, but they can significantly impact performance on complex tasks. The impact on learning is another important consideration. While under the influence, people may have difficulty forming new memories. This can interfere with the learning process. Tolerance can also develop with regular use, changing the cognitive impacts over time. Section 6. Young minds at risk, long-term effects. The impact of marijuana on developing brains is a major concern. Adolescence is a critical period for brain development. During this time, the brain is particularly vulnerable to external influences. Marijuana use during adolescence could have long-lasting effects. These effects might persist even after the person stops using the drug. Research suggests that regular marijuana use during adolescence might affect brain structure. It could lead to changes in gray matter volume and white matter integrity. These changes could impact cognitive functions. Some studies have found that early heavy marijuana use is associated with lower IQ scores in adulthood. However, this research is still ongoing and controversial. Given the potential risks, it's crucial to educate young people about the possible consequences. Section 7. Medical marijuana, a healing herb. Despite the potential risks, Marijuana also shows promise in various medical applications. It's been used to treat a wide range of conditions. These include chronic pain, nausea, and muscle spasms. In some cases, it's proven effective where traditional treatments have failed. One area where marijuana has shown particular promise is in treating epilepsy. A CBD-based medication, Epidiolex, has been approved by the FDA for certain types of epilepsy. It's shown to significantly reduce seizures in some patients. Marijuana may also have potential in treating neurodegenerative diseases. Some studies suggest it could help with symptoms of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. However, more research is needed to confirm these effects and understand the mechanisms involved. The relationship between marijuana and mental health is complex, underscoring the need for personalized approaches to medical marijuana use. Section 8. The research landscape. What we know and don't know. The field of marijuana research is rapidly evolving. New studies are published regularly. They often present conflicting results. This can make it challenging to draw firm conclusions. Marijuana research faces unique challenges, including legal restrictions and the complexity of the plant itself. One major challenge is the lack of standardization in marijuana products. Different strains can have vastly different chemical compositions. This makes it difficult to compare results across studies. Researchers are working to address these issues, but it will take time to develop standardized research protocols. Despite these challenges, research is progressing, and new technologies are providing valuable insights. Continued research is crucial to fully understand the effects of this complex plant. Section 9. Weighing the evidence, a balanced perspective. When considering the effects of marijuana on the brain, it's crucial to maintain a balanced perspective. There's evidence for both potential benefits and risks. The reality is that marijuana's impact is complex and multifaceted. It's not simply good or bad for the brain. On the positive side, marijuana shows promise in treating certain medical conditions. It might help with pain, nausea, and some neurological disorders. Some people report improved mood and reduced anxiety with marijuana use. However, we can't ignore the potential risks. Short-term effects like memory impairment and reduced coordination are well documented. The key is to approach marijuana use with caution and awareness. This balanced approach should guide both personal decisions and public policy. Section 10. Individual variations. One size doesn't fit all. It's crucial to understand that marijuana's effects can vary greatly from person to person. What causes relaxation in one individual might trigger anxiety in another. Some people might experience significant cognitive impairment, while others notice minimal effects. Several factors contribute to these variations, including genetics and past experiences with marijuana. Tolerance can develop with regular use, changing the drug's effects over time. The method of consumption is another factor. Smoking marijuana produces different effects than consuming edibles. The potency and specific strain of marijuana used also impact the effects. Environmental factors and mental state at the time of use can also influence the experience. This variability underscores the importance of being aware of your surroundings and mindset when using marijuana. Understanding these individual differences is key to making informed decisions about marijuana use. Section 11. Making informed choices. Seek professional guidance. Given the complexity of marijuana's effects on the brain, it's crucial to make informed decisions about its use. This is true whether you're considering marijuana for medical or recreational purposes. The best approach is to seek professional guidance. A healthcare provider can offer personalized advice based on your specific situation. For those considering medical marijuana, consulting with a doctor is essential. They can help determine if marijuana is appropriate for your condition. They can also advise on potential interactions with other medications. Even for recreational use, it's wise to discuss marijuana with a healthcare provider. They can offer advice on harm reduction strategies and help you understand your personal risk factors. Stay up to date on the latest research and be honest with yourself about your reasons for use. Your brain health is too important to leave to chance.